All right, Coach, the end of a 4-game road trip, obviously, like that's a long time to be away from home. Showed a lot of heart in that game against Midwestern, but then just kind of stalled off towards the end against Cameron. Talk about the guys' performance in those 2 games, and just talk about how the Rams get back on track after the 2 losses.
I thought we showed a lot of fight last week. We're very shorthanded right now. Even Saturday, we didn't have Kevon Godwin in that one. I think Everson Armstrong played about 20 minutes, and before that, I think 3 minutes was his high. But that's how deep we're having to go into our roster right now to get help from guys. And I give our guys a lot of credit. Thursday's loss was really hard, double overtime game. We hit a shot at the end of the first overtime to win it. But they called a travel on our player, at the very end. And so, it's one of those where you think you want it and then they take it away from you. It's a little deflating for a bunch. And I thought that affected us in that second overtime. And then, Saturday, we led by 9, we led by 10 with 9 or 10 to go in the second half. And, one bad 5 to 7 minute stretch kind of put us away. And right now we're just missing guys to kind of, when we need to sub, when we need to get fresher legs out there. We had guys play almost 50 minutes on Thursday that are having to turn around and play another 38 on Saturday. And, that's getting difficult, but it's a resilient bunch. I'm glad to be at home. I think we're close. I still think this team's really good. It's the same team that was 12-1 in the fall semester. We're kind of going through it a little bit right now, but, as we're starting to get guys back, I think things are going to start going our way.
And Coach, just looking at the silver lining in this, even with all the injuries and whatnot, when these younger guys do get a chance to play, like Everson, he's from this area, so like we're always going to be rooting for him.
Yep.
Do you think that does anything but help these younger guys? Just the more minutes they get in these stretches where our key guys are injured.
There's no doubt. I think it's going to really help our depth as we get through this. I'm hoping we can help it while we're winning as well. But I know it's going to help us in the later rounds as we get to those stages of the season. But, I thought Everson did a great job for us on Saturday. I think every time he's played, he's gained more confidence. And I think that's key for him right now, being as inexperienced as he is. But, I know our guys were ultra fired up for him in the first half. Saturday, I thought he played an excellent half, played 11 minutes in the first half, and then, we're up, and all our guys were fired up for him in the locker room at halftime. And that was awesome to see because, as a freshman, there's a lot of growing pains there. And for him, I thought he had a lot of growing pains in the fall. And it's hard going from small school to Division II college basketball, and I think he saw that, especially in the early months of being a part of this program. But now things are really starting to slow down, as I think they should, with the amount of time he's been here and the practices. Every day he's practicing against really good players. So it's not shocking to me when he gets out there and finds success against somebody else because, I'm always going to say, and I tell him, you're practicing against some of the best players in the country every single day in our gym. So, happy to see it. Glad to start building that depth for when it's there, but I'm ready to get some guys back, I can tell you that.
Last question here for me. Specifically, get those guys back for this weekend, host St. Mary's and St. Edwards. Just give me your overall thoughts on those 2 programs and our chances heading into it.
2 very good teams. St. Mary's has won 3 straight games, and ultra-athletic team. They're built very similar to us. They got really good big kids inside and really good guard play. 2 very explosive guards for sure that can put the ball in the hole. I've known Bubba Meyer my entire career, 20 years now, and we came up in coaching together. So, for me, it'll be a fun game on Thursday going against somebody, I really know. And it's his first year being a head coach, and he's doing a heck of a job. So I've been really proud of him, for what he's accomplished and what he's going through this year. And St. Ed's is always good, and everybody knows that. We scrimmage them before our season starts. And the reason why we scrimmage them is, we know how good they're going to be every year. And I think they give our guys a great test of going into the year. We did the same thing last year. We played a really good game down at their place a year ago on the road, and I'm just excited to get them in our gym. They can really shoot the basketball. I think they got one of the best interior kids in our region, and so we're going to have our hands full with both the games this week for sure.
And then, Coach, going back to that Midwestern game, you talked about how hard of a loss it was because y'all thought y'all had it in that first overtime. How do y'all use a game like that where you do take it to 2 overtimes, you think you have it, and then y'all do end up losing, where how do you take it where it doesn't deflate this team moving forward and you can use that and learn from something like that?
That's the biggest thing right now, and we talked about it as a staff is, I don't know if there's a lot of physical things we need to fix as opposed to psychological things right now, and it's hard when you lose 4 straight games. Doubt starts creeping in the locker room, doubt starts creeping in amongst teammates, doubt starts creeping in amongst the staff, players towards the staff, and it's hard, but for us, it's reminding them of who we are. We started 12-1. We beat top 25 teams in the country. We've gone on the road and won big games this season. So it's more of getting back to who we are as opposed to, feeling sorry for ourselves right now. If you want to get out of this, then you got to do it yourself, and that's my message to them is nobody's going to do it for you, and that's the thing with the Lone Star. I don't care if it's on the girls' side or the guys' side. Every single night is a fight. There's a lot of good teams in this conference, and there's no nights off in this conference. That's how it's always been. Even 20 years ago when I first got in this, when I was coaching at WT, we knew that there's never going to be a night off in the Lone Star, and this road trip proved no different for us right now. But home is not the answer. We are the answer, and I'm going to stick with that because I do think we can fix it if we want to. But it's got to be up to those guys in the locker room.
And then that leads me into my next question. Long road stretches are always hard, but you mentioned it early on. That's why y'all get those tournaments in early on so those guys understand the turnaround with the games. Looking at it now, y'all are now coming back home for 2 games. How do y'all kind of reset, regroup, take a breather, and really just go and protect y'all's home court, but also win it out the rest of the way?
The big thing is going to be winning today in practice. We got to be really good today, and yesterday was our day off. Sunday's a day off for us, mandatory day off. And I hope that was the day that they took time to feel sorry for themselves because it's over, as of today. And we got to get back to who we are, and I think that starts in practice. I just said it again, and I'll say it again: is home's not the answer. I'm glad we're at home. These trips are hard. The road trips are very hard on our teams and our staffs and our families. I can tell you that too. But it's good to be at home, but that's not always the answer. And the answer is us just getting back to playing Angelo State basketball, and I don't think we've been doing that. We've been giving up 90 a game the last 4 games, and that hasn't been who we are since I've been the head coach here, and we got to get back to fixing that first.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And good luck.
Thank you.
I say good luck. Y'all got this. You don't need luck.